What's up, it's ViciousLabs here, and today I'll be bringing you guys another video. I haven't made a video in like a month, and the last video I did say I was quitting Pokemon GO, but guess what, guys? We're fucking back, and we're going for 20k subscribers this time. As I just recently hit 10k subscribers, I would like to thank every single subscriber for subscribing, obviously, and I really like the support, especially on my Discord, which now has almost 5,000 members, which is absolutely insane, by the way, guys. Also, because we hit 10k subscribers, I'm actually going to do an account giveaway, and on this video, if you put, let's see, what word should we put? We're gonna make the, if you want this account, you gotta type MacDankyBoy in the description below. That is MC Dankyboy in the description, and I'll also link a channel in the description of this video, and you gotta subscribe to that channel. And if you subscribe to that channel and put these words in the description below, you can enter a giveaway for this 10k subscriber special Pokemon GO account. It's level 28, and it's got some decent stuff on it, so I highly recommend you actually doing it. Anyway, let's get into the video, but before that, we're going to go over our sponsor. We're sponsored by Super Go Trainers. They're very cool guys. Definitely should check the website out, and they told me to look at their store, which is, I mean, their store is looking pretty impressive already. So it says handmade account service level 25 for 30 bucks. Like, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, in all honesty, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty tempting. Especially if you're a new player and you're trying to get like an alt account or something. 30 bucks, nothing really for a level 25 Pokemon GO account that you don't have to level up yourself. If you're a spoofer, but I mean, if you're a legit player, this is actually pretty good. Now, some of these are actually decent, like legendary Groudon service. For 10 bucks, you can have someone go out and find a Groudon for you. Think about that. That's pretty insane to me. Legendary Kyogre service, 100 IV Gen 3 and 4 Pokemon service. That's pretty good. Like, they just walk around and then they find a 100 IV Pokemon for you. At your request, by the way, and that's only $550. So that's pretty good. I'm going to be honest with you. Super Go Trainers is a really cool account. Really cool website to boosting your account. You should definitely give them a try, and that's why they're the sponsor of this video. So let's get right into it. So let's go straight into it. So you want to go to the Play Store and download FGL Pro. There's a bunch of things that you actually have to remember to actually do after installing FGL Pro. It's not as simple as simply doing that, because Niantic loves to screw people over, and now you actually have to downgrade. Oh, what's this? Okay, privacy policy. Okay. I guess there's no privacy policy. Okay, allow FGL Pro. Of course, you need to do that. Okay, so you just basically got to follow these. Please enable draw over other apps. So we're just going to do that. Boom, simple. Click the back button. Please select FGL Pro app as mock developer app in developer options. Go to developer options, scroll down to select mock location app, FGL Pro. As per usual, if your phone is below 5.2, Android version 5.2, you can't spoof, and if you're above Android 9.0, you also cannot spoof, and for reasons I'll talk about very soon. You cannot spoof below Android 5.2 because you won't be able to select a mock app location, which means that Niantic's actually going to be able to see if you're spoofing or not, which can get you banned, which is very dangerous for your account, and I would highly recommend that you don't actually do that. So it says, your phone has the security patch level of June 2018, and the app automatically configures the best options for your phone. So FGL Pro is pretty good because it does this automatically. You don't actually have to set anything. So once you get into the application, you will have all the settings that you actually need. As you can see, there are actually ads in the FGL Pro version, but I do have some links in the description and on my Discord. If you need any help with the application, of course, you can go there and ask us. But I actually have an ad-free version of FGL Pro, so if you guys want to check that out, definitely subscribe and come to my Discord, and we can give it to you. We can give you the link, which is pretty cool because you can just do everything without the hindrance of ads, which is nice. So we're going to go into the settings, close the ad, and these are the settings that I actually use. So secure mocking, you want this on because this allows Niantic to not be able to detect that you're spoofing, which is, of course, a pretty good thing. You want to make sure that the mocking method is on. I mean, I usually use 2, but the default is 1. It doesn't really matter which one works. Which one works for you is probably the one that you need to use. I'd highly recommend actually testing all 3 and seeing which one works best on your device before coming up to us for help, because sometimes it's very simple as to just like trying all 3 versions out, and then if one of them works, then it works. The next thing that you want to do is autofix mock location. Now, autofix mock location is very kind of weird. Like I like keeping it off because I usually always move the joystick, But if you're doing something where you want to stand still in one location and you don't want to teleport to your actual location or your real location, which is called rubber banding, by the way. If you don't want to do this, I highly recommend turning on auto fix mock location, which makes it so that FGL Pro refreshes your location every 30 seconds. Of course, this is adjustable. So you do not want to turn on indirect mocking. This is for pretty sure this is for an older, yeah, these are for older phones. So if you don't have an older phone, which most likely you don't, just don't enable it. You want the joystick on and go to gaming security settings. Close. Yeah, you want the ones I always do is I always turn on these three. So help banner by Softband, cooldown time chart, simulate real altitude, and simulate location speed. This makes it so that your spoofing is more accurate in terms of the height and not just location. So the Z value of your location, which is pretty good because it makes it harder for Niantic to actually detect that you're spoofing, because your spoofing will be at different altitudes, which will be nice. Also, the helper banner by Softband cooldown time chart is pretty useful in determining whether you're still on Softband or not. And if you don't know, the Softband maximum is 2 hours. So if you spoof somewhere and you're unable to actually catch Pokemon because they run away, or if you're unable to spin a Pokéstop, it means you're Softband. And the maximum time for a Softband is 2 hours. So you come back 2 hours later, and you'll be able to play again, obviously. So that's that. And one thing about FGL Pro, if your FGL Pro, if your Google Play Services version is above 12.6.85, FGL Pro will actually tell you to downgrade. This is because anything above 12.6.85 or 12.6.89, you will not be able to spoof on, because Android has actually rolled out some Play Service updates where Niantic actually has access to whether you're spoofing or not, and you'll get error 12 in-game. So if you're unable to downgrade below 12.6.89, I highly recommend checking out one of my other videos where I explain how to root, or just don't spoof, unfortunately. That is the one bad thing about getting a higher Android version phone. So I highly recommend actually using an older phone to spoof on. That's what I would do. One of the things that you want to know is where to download an older version of Google Play Services. So one thing you can do, I'm pretty sure, is if you click here, I think they actually have fix Google Play Services issue. Okay, so as you can see, I'm spoofing on 11.9.75. But if, of course, like I spoof on this version because I don't actually have to install a 12.6.85 version, because this factory version works for me and I can actually spoof on this no problem at all. But if you want to actually install 12.6.85, the factory version must be below that. So as you can see, if I were to click uninstall on Google Play Services when it was above 12.6.85 and it still stayed above 12.6.85, then you wouldn't be able to install an older update. If your update is higher than that, you won't be able to install a lower update, which I hope makes sense. I mean, if you can listen to it slowly, but basically, if you have a higher version number than the number you're trying to install, you won't be able to install it. It'll just go like, oh, file corrupted, or file error, or installation error, or something. So make sure that you actually downgrade below the number that you want to download, which is 12.6.85 again. So after that, there's a few things that you actually need to make sure that you finish. You want to go to, let's go to additional settings, and you actually want to make sure that on privacy, for device administrators, Find My Device is actually turned off. I'm not sure of the exact reason, but you actually need this turned off, or else it's going to be very, very frustrating. And one of the ways to actually prevent Google Play Services from automatically updating is to actually go to the Play Store, go to your settings in the Play Store, if I can find it there, and then click Auto Update Apps. Do not auto update apps. Once you've done that, your app should not auto update. But if they still do, there's actually another way to fix this. Simply go to additional settings. No, not here. Wrong, sorry. Go to installed apps, go to Google Play Store, and simply disable or force stop and restrict data usage of this application. Because if it's unable to access the internet, it won't be able to install any new updates, right? So that is really it for FGL Pro, and I'm going to be talking about some of the small things in FGL Pro that spoofers will be using from a day-to-day basis. So I actually have a video on on how to actually spoof with auto walking, which is very, very cool. So you should definitely check that out. It's on my channel. If you search it, you probably find it really, really easily. But one of my favorite things about FGL Pro is the fact that you can actually save favorite locations. Now, it's very simple to save a favorite location. All you gotta do is press the location and press the heart. And that's it. It'll be saved onto your favorite locations, and all you gotta do is to click it, and it'll take you straight there, which is something that's very cool. For auto walking, I'll just give you a simple, very brief guide. You want to put this to walking, you want to click route, and then you want to click this. Wait, no, that's screwed up. What the hell? Okay, it went from somewhere really weird to somewhere even worse. So we're going to go to Pier 39, we're going to click play, and of course, guys, if you don't know, it's actually normal whenever you move your location to actually have like a slight delay, and this is because the application needs to make sure on maps, on Google Maps, that the location has moved before actually moving your location in game, or else you can actually get you can very easily get banned if you don't have the secure spoofing on. So that delay is always going to be normal, and the better phone you have, the less of the delay there's going to be, but there always will be that delay. So if I click that location and click play, and then I click route, very simple. Something went wrong. What? All right, maybe I'm just screwing it, dude. Okay, it's very simple. That's the route, and you want to click. It says auto routing is not useful in secure mocking mode, so don't use that one. Do manual, and then auto walk, and then what I usually do is 2 meters, and then the interval of 13 seconds. And that's about it. So of course I'm not going to do the auto walking right now because that's going to be slightly annoying. So we're going to turn that off, and basically that's all you really need to know for FGL Pro. And of course, to enter a coordinates, you only got to do that. That's really simple.